Alright, what is up guys? So today I'm going to be making a video ranking every Call of Duty since COD 4. Now I did a similar video maybe like a year and a half ago about, it was a Call of Duty tier list, but it was a lot different. My opinion on Call of Duty has changed drastically since then. I've got different opinions going back and playing games, just getting a different view on the games from when they first came out and a lot of things like that. And just my mindset, what I look for in a Call of Duty has changed a lot as well. So how we're going to be doing this, we're going to be judging off the 4 main things I look for in a Call of Duty game. From most important to least important. So the most important is the map design. The second most important is the movement. Third most important is the sniper rifles in the game, because that's what I mainly do, snipe. And then the fourth most important thing is the gun balance and whatnot. And I'm sorry if you hear someone walking around in the background. That's my dog making a lot of fucking noise for no reason. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. I don't need to make some long fucking intro like a bunch of cheesy YouTubers do. So we're going to start out with COD 4. So COD 4 is a game that I really like a lot. So COD 4 is a game that I actually do like. Now I've even made videos on the channel about saying that I hate the game, which I never really hate the game. But I do think it is very overrated. I don't think it's as good as the credit that it gets. But it is very good. I do like it. The map design is really okay. But it's consistently okay. It's okay to good. Like, all the maps are super consistent. There's no maps that I just downright hate, besides maybe like Overgrown. I even like Block. Sure, that should tell you something. The sniper rifles, you got the R700, which I do like a lot, probably my favorite sniper rifle in the game. The M40, which is just straight up classic. And the Barrett, which I do not like. I don't like Barretts. I don't really fuck with semi-autos that much, especially if they're super spammy like that. The gun balance, I don't care what anybody says. The gun balance in this game's garbage. That means straight up, the gun balance is stupid. Mostly the M13 dominates, especially on MWR, as well as like the MP5, the 74U. And things like that. There's not a whole lot of variety, but it's definitely not the worst. Definitely not the worst. I said it was garbage, but it's more like really bad, not just straight up garbage or anything. So with that being said, since it's the first game that I gave my opinion on, we're going to leave it at number 1, obviously. So there'll be a good amount of time where this game is just number 1 on the list. We'll see how long that is. So we then got the 2008 COD, and that is War. So I'll be honest. This is my first Call of Duty. I've not played it a fuckload, but I have played it a good bit. I beat the campaign, played zombies, played a good bit of multiplayer. Not as much as I had COD 4 or a lot of other games just because I was so young, but I went back and played it throughout the years, and I like this game a lot. It reminds me of Ghost, where like the maps aren't small, they're big, but in my opinion, I really do like them, and they're designed fairly well. Like, even though they're big, they don't feel nearly as slow as like Modern Warfare 2019's multiplayer. Not even close, even though the maps are way bigger for the most part. You got great maps like Castle. Love Castle. Absolutely love Castle. I think it's a really good map, and it's one of my favorites as far as like all time, like a medium to large size map, multi-leveled. I really do like Castle, and I love the look of this game. I love the sound engine and whatnot. This game's got like, I don't know, like I haven't played it a lot, I'll be honest, maybe like 10 to 15,000 kills throughout my entire playtime. But I think with the amount of sniper rifles in the game, you have what? The Springfield, the Kar-98, Mosin Nagant, the PTRS. There may be 1 or 2 that I'm leaving out. I think that this game is honestly better than COD 4. Now, I may need to play it more to give my true, honest opinion, but from what I have played, the maybe 5 to 10 days played range on here, a lot of that is in zombie and campaign. I honestly want to say this game is better than COD 4. But I tried to go play it recently in like the last month, but obviously no lobbies. There are like 200 people online, so I don't know what the deal with that is. So we're going to be moving on to 2009. A lot of people consider this game to be the king of Call of Duty. It is Modern Warfare 2. Now, we'll just go through the 4 sets of criteria that I have. Maps, really good. Some really doozies in there, though, like Fuel is really fucking bad. I don't really like Karachi. I know a lot of people do. I don't. But they have great maps like Terminal, Sub Base. I love these maps a lot. So there are some really good maps, but it's not like a Treyarch game where like the maps are just consistently amazing, just banger after banger. It's just got banger, decent, bad, in my humble opinion. Then the movement's just super basic, super primitive. Just decent. Nothing to complain about. It's fine. I like it. I prefer it to a lot of Call of Duties. Then you have the snipers. Really, in my opinion, only the intervention. I know people fuck with the Barrett. I don't, like I said before. So the intervention is obviously a classic sniper rifle. Everyone loves the intervention, including myself. It's really fucking good. Really fun to use. But a big glaring flaw in this game for me is the creative class. Just the perk system. Now, if you watch me, you know I really, 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 really like having Tac Mask and Flak Jacket. You don't have those in this game. You got fucking Blast Shield, yeah, sure. But you ain't giving up Steady Aim for it. You ain't giving up... I forget what perk slot it's necessarily in, but you ain't giving up perks for it because you have to run either Juggernaut or Stopping Power. You have Steady Aim and, what was it, Marksman? I know Marksman's MW3, but I'm struggling to find out what the other perk was. But no one runs Blast Shield. No one does, and you literally can because you have to run Stopping Power. That annoys the fucking mess out of me. Bring me back to COD 4 with a fucking nade spam times 3 and stun times 3. I hated that. Absolutely hated that. And with that being said, there are a lot of redeeming things about this game. The gunplay is amazing, even though it's super unbalanced. Super unbalanced. Everything is fucked in this game with one-man army, noob tubes. It's super fun. And this game is super rewarding. Going on a kill streak, you can get great score streaks. You can even get a game-ending fucking nuke on this game. Who doesn't love that? The sound effects for getting a kill are amazing as well. And it's just very innovative for the Call of Duty series. Obviously, COD 4 is super innovative. But it's also really primitive with the, you got 3 score streaks. Everyone's rocking the same score streaks. That's annoying. You don't really have a great selection of perks. But this game isn't very primitive. Maybe by today's standards, it's slightly primitive. But it is super innovative. As far as map design goes, it brought different perks to the game. Pretty sure the pro perks are in this game. It brought a lot of things. Some good, some bad. But I like this game a lot. And it is sliding in at the number 1 spot for sure. So, with our first 3 games, World at War, COD 4, and MW2, I've got COD 4 as the 3rd worst, World at War 2nd, and Modern Warfare 2 at the 1st place. So, as we move to our next game, and that is Black Ops 1. Boy, you guys know me. I absolutely love this game. Absolutely fucking love this game. Now, I'll be honest, straight up front, it takes the number 1 spot with the silver bullet. I'm not going to shit here and bullshit you guys. I'm shooting you straight. It's going to number 1 spot. It's got my number 1 favorite sniper rifle of all time. The L96 A1. I absolutely love this gun. Now, it's not the best. Nowhere close to the best. But I just absolutely love this weapon. I don't know if it's the way they pull back the bolt, the sound of it, the sway of the sight, which I absolutely love. I like how hard sniping is in this game. I absolutely love it. And this is one of the only Call of Duties that I love every aspect of. The only major complaint I have about this game is Ghost and just the primitive connection system. The connection in this game is garbage. The hit detection is downright garbage. So, and those are big flaws, by the way. Those are no jokes. Those aren't like fucking I'm nitpicking. The Ghost thing where Ghost is... There's nothing that counters it in its first slot. It is so fucking good. You don't get seen on the map by anything besides a Blackbird, and you don't need to be moving, which we've kind of went back to that with like Modern Warfare. Pretty sure it was the same way in Infinite Warfare as well, which sucks, but it was like a huge problem in this game, and that absolutely holds it back for sure. But for me, number 1 spot, easily. The most consistent fucking maps in COD. The best maps in COD. Radiation, my favorite map of all time. It's got Havana, Array. I absolutely love these maps. And of course, it's got Summit and Firing Range, which I think the remakes of Studio and Uplink are better than Black Ops 2 for sure. But this game is just so well-rounded and so perfect to me. Now, it is unbalanced in the sense that ARs dominate, but that's not... I mean, there's so many good ARs in this game. You got one of the most underrated weapons of all time in the G11. The AUG is amazing. The FAMAS, probably the best gun in the game, even the post-nerf one. And then the Galil, the Commando. Oh my god, they all can compete with each other. Besides maybe the FAMAS just stands out above the rest, just by a little bit though. So this is sliding in at the number 1 spot. Not only my favorite Call of Duty, My favorite multiplayer game of all time, 100%. I don't even have to think about it. Then we're coming in at the 2011 MW3. Now, you guys know, back in the day, I'm always shitting on this game. Always shitting on this game. I say I don't like it. I say it's got some of the worst maps in the Call of Duty series, which I still do believe in a lot of ways. But Kara is absolutely awful. Underground may be the worst map of all time. I can't stand that fucking map, man. Underground, it's definitely my least favorite to play on that I can think of off the top of my head. But this game's got a lot of things that I like. And this is a reoccurring thing with the Infinity Ward games. I love the sound engine in this game. The sound effects of getting a kill. The sound effects of leveling up. The sound effects of your weapons. I absolutely adore. In this game, and Ghost, and Modern Warfare 2, and COD 4, Infinite Warfare even, I really do have a soft spot for these games and the sound design. And I know a lot of people don't really give a fuck about that, but I really do. I don't care if it's technologically good or objectively good, but subjectively, I love the sounds in this game. It really sticks with me. And the MSR being one of my favorite snipers of all time, absolutely love the MSR. I love being able to get pro perks in this game and Black Ops 1. I wish they would bring that back. And then the weapon balance, I feel, is pretty okay. I mean, a lot of people use the MP7, the ACR, and whatnot. But that's okay. I feel like there's a lot of low-key guns that you can use and do fairly well with. And as far as snipers go, I talked about the MSR being one of my favorites. But the L11 is great as well. And if you're into semi-autos, the Barrett's not a bad choice by any means. It's not as good as the COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 one, in my opinion. But, it's close. I mean, how far behind could it be? But I've got to be objective and honest. I do think this is the worst game on the list. My least favorite for sure. So I'm going to slide it up at the number 5 spot. MW3. It probably would have been at the last spot for a while, longer than it probably will be if it weren't for me going back to play it recently. And I can objectively say that the player base now is pretty shitty. So playing it now, I have a lot of fun on it nowadays. Just imagine how much fun I could have had when it came out or 5 or 6 years ago, So that's what I think about MW3. Please don't hate me in the comments. And then we've got Black Ops 2. Now, it's hard to even talk about this game. In my opinion, this is objectively, like if you just take an objective approach of what's the most fun to play, what's the most well-balanced, what has the most well-balanced maps, what just encapsulates a fun, balanced game where you can just use anything and have fun, have any play style and have fun. That's this game. This game has that written all over it. This game is just straight fun. Literally, it is just so good. I could play this game for the rest of my life. This could be the only Call of Duty. I swear to God, it is impossible to get bored of this game. I know it's oversaturated on YouTube and whatnot, and a lot of people have played it a lot. But there's nothing wrong about this game. There is literally nothing wrong about this game. I struggle off the top of my head to think of a flaw in this game. The only thing that comes close is like a Target Finder SMG or like a Remington that pisses me off. But other than that, what's bad about this game? Please help me in the comments. What is your least favorite thing about BO2? Because I really can't think of it. It's got a great campaign, great multiplayer, good zombies. Not great, but it's got good snipers in the DS-STAR and Ballista. And even the XPR being one of my favorite semi-auto snipers, coming from a guy that doesn't like semi-autos. I absolutely love this game. I have so much fun on it. The Ballista being one of my favorite snipers of all time. And I swear to God, this game has the best gun balance of any COD. It's got pretty good movement, great maps, obviously. And I could sit here and play free-for-all for forever. Like I said, I love free-for-all. And this game may have arguably the best free-for-all. It's up there with one of the games that I have in mind that's coming up in a second. But free-for-all in this game, my favorite game mode to play on any Call of Duty. I could sit here and play maps like Cargo, Nuketown, Raid, Standoff, Hijacked on free-for-all endlessly. So this game is going in the number 2 spot. So it's sliding above MW2 and going right behind BO1. BO1 and BO2 are interchangeable. Some days I really like this game. Just the fast pace and free-for-all. You don't really have free-for-all in BO1. No one really plays it. It's not very good. But on this game, downright amazing. And that's my favorite thing about this game, 100%, the map design for free-for-all. And now we have Call of Duty Ghost. In my opinion, one of the top 3 most underrated Call of Duties. I absolutely love this game. Now I'll say my absolutely favorite thing about this game is the sound engine. Like I said about MW3 and all the Infinity Ward games before this game's got my favorite sound engine ever. I love the sound packs for this game. I love the sounds in the menus. I love the ambient sound. I love the music in this game, the gun sounds, the sounds of leveling up and whatnot. And it has my favorite creative class in any Call of Duty as well. But there is a big glaring flaw with this game, and that is the flow of the maps. Not necessarily the map design, but the size of it. I mean, the maps in this game are absolutely colossal for no reason. The maps are 15v15, 20v20 maps. That's the only way you can really maximize this game's potential, is if you had 15v15 or 20v20. Because even ground war in this game is pretty damn slow. It's only really fun on a couple of maps. And the vision on this game. I mean, I really like the graphics, but you can hardly see people at ranges. That's why everyone runs like the thermal sight. Thermal sights plague this fucking game. You have people just laying in rubbish just with thermals, and I absolutely hated that about this game. This game's got one of the worst flows of Call of Duty for sure. One of the worst flowing games in the series. It just feels super primitive in that sense. It reminds me of World War II in Modern Warfare 2019, where people were just playing slow as fuck for almost no reason. I guess in this game, you have a reason, because the maps are huge, but it'll have one section of the map that is just open. Like in Chasm, you have that dip where it's just a bunch of open area for no reason, and there's a bunch of high ground around it, so no one's walking out there ever, because they'll just get decimated by someone looking out a window. But I love the creative class in this game, where you have so many perk options. Absolutely love that. I love the USR, and as a kid, whenever I first got this game in 2013, I was 13 years old, I love running around with like the Honey Badger and just putting in work, and the K7, one of my favorite subs of all time. It's not very good, but one of my favorite. I love playing Search on this game a lot. This game is built for Search, in my opinion. So yeah, that's my opinion on COD Ghost. And I struggle here. A lot of people will be pissed, but I'm definitely putting it above MW3, 100%. But do I put it above COD 4? Honestly, do I put it above COD 4? I'm at a crossroads with this. There's a lot. I don't think this game is nearly as bullshit as COD 4, I'll be honest. There are a lot of things I like about this game over COD 4. But at the same time, I think COD 4 is a much more fun game. Consistently fun game. You know? I think I'm going to put it right behind COD 4, honestly. As much as I like Ghost, I think that this game at its peak is a better game than COD 4. But it's few and far between. COD 4 I can hop on and have a good time. At least a good portion of my game time on a certain day. But on Ghost, I may go days without having a fun game, you know? I may do good, but it may not be fun. So I think that's a very fitting place for it, right behind COD 4, and that's not blasphemy. Most people like COD 4 over Ghost. So here we go to what I think may be the most underrated game in the Call of Duty series, and that is Advanced Warfare. Now I'm going to start off with saying the negative things that I do not like about this game. Okay, now that we have that part over, I can start talking about the things that I absolutely love about this game. Now, number one, I really like supply drops. I know a lot of people are going to hate that, but I don't know what it is, and I can admit that they're kind of bullshit, but I feel like they're super rewarding in this game in particular. I love the weapon variants. That's what that ties into. I love getting enlisted, legendary, common, and all these other type of variants for my Moors or my S12 or my NA45 that I would never fucking use, or my SM1. I love weapon variants in Call of Duty. A lot of people don't, and I don't blame them. Sometimes it can be super unbalanced in Infinite Warfare's case, but those are things that I really like about the game that a lot of people hate. It makes adding new weapons obsolete, and you see that with the amount of weapons added to the game. I think they added like the iron pistol things, the crossbow. There was an AE45. Is it called that? It was like an AR. It's really nice. I love that game. But this game's got great free-for-all. It rivals Black Ops 2 free-for-all. And that is where my heart lies, is in free-for-all. I love free-for-all. I love playing on Call of Duty so much. My favorite game mode for sure. And this game in Black Ops 2 stands out head and shoulders above the rest. Every map in this game is consistently good. Every map. There's not one map I don't want to play on. I love this game for free-for-all. I love this game, period. I love the movement system in this game. I love the sound design. And the weapons are not very balanced, I'll be honest. Everyone knows this. The BAL and the ASM-1 dominate, regardless of weapon variants. They're really, really fucking good. And the S12 is a pretty annoying shotgun. But that's nitpicking for me. I really don't give a fuck. If I can pull out my Moors and dominate, that's fine too. So I've got to be honest with you guys. It's going above MW3 100%. It's going above Ghost. It's going above COD 4. It's going above World at War. And this is going to be blasphemous, but it's going above MW2. I've got to be honest with you. This is one of my favorite Call of Duties. I absolutely love this game. These top 3 CODs that I have right now, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Advanced Warfare, these games, you got to get me off these games or I will not stop playing them. I played these 3 games today. I love Advanced Warfare. I played these games all the time, but unfortunately on my Advanced Warfare account on my Xbox One, it's actually glitched where I can't open supply drops. Don't know what that bullshit's about. But let's go ahead and move on to the next Call of Duty, and that's Black Ops 3. Surprisingly, this is one of the most beloved CODs. Everybody likes this game. It's a very well-rounded game. It's the game I started sniping on. And interesting enough, little history for you, I started sniping on this game on PC. I used a controller and whatnot, but I wasn't very great at Call of Duty. I always played Call of Duty. I didn't take it too seriously. I was a kid. But I played this game a fuckload. I like this game. I don't know what it is about this game, but I just don't have a ton of fun on it. Back in the day when I played in SND, I had so much fun, but I'm not a big fan of the sniping on this game. I don't necessarily dislike it, but I don't know what it is. I just, especially recently, just had a tough time playing this game and just constantly getting destroyed. I suck at it all of a sudden. This is like the last 3 or 4 years, by the way. So it's not like I'm in a run last month. I just haven't done well in this game in a while. Even though whenever I was playing a lot, I was having a lot of fun, hitting a good amount of clips, not a fuckload, just having fun, not taking it too seriously. But there are a lot of maps that I don't really like on this game. Combine, I know people fuck with that. I don't really like it. Evac's not very good. And this is purely for sniping. I love all these maps for search. These are just maps that I don't think are really good. Nuketown as well. I know that's blasphemous, but it's true. And the black market system in this game is absolutely putrid. Everybody knows that. The black market is not interesting. You barely ever get weapons out of it. There's so many fucking gestures for your specialist and shit, and so many stupid stickers that make no sense. That make it so hard to get a really good weapon. And the snipers in this game are not good. I mean, the SVG and Locust stand out because they're good. But they remade the DSR and the DBSR. They remade the L96. And no one gives a fuck about those guns. They even remade the XPR. This is after its year cycle. But, I mean, I really only like those two, if I'm being completely honest. And they remade the L96. But it's hey, I may like this weapon, but I will never fucking get it. It's impossible. So, where do I put this on the list? I'm also kind of at a crossroads here because I have some fond memories on this game. So I know it's better than MW3 and Ghost, but is it better than COD 4? What would I rather play? If I could only have one of these, what would I rather have? And I don't really fuck with the movement in this game. I don't dislike it for sure. Just sometimes it gets on my nerve on Advanced Warfare's movement, which I know is crazy to say because a lot of people feel the exact opposite. Got to be true to myself and true to what I like. I think it's better than COD 4. And I think it's better than World at War. I really do. The one thing that's keeping it from being behind these games is it's just not bullshit enough. There aren't takes in this game. There aren't stuns times 3s, nade times 3s. There really aren't. They really aren't. And the prestige system, I didn't even talk about. This game's got a great prestige system. You got 10 prestiges and then level 1000. I love that. I guess I have to talk about prestige system nowadays because we've got Modern Warfare with an absolutely garbage level up system. So there it is. It slides in at the number 5 spot. Then we have Infinite Warfare. Also a very, very disgustingly underrated COD. I love this game. I love this game to death. I can't express that enough. One of my favorite jetpack cards for sure. I love the longbow. I want to start off by saying that. I love the variants of it. I like the Big Brother. I like the Harbinger. It's one of my favorite snipers of all time. Top 5 for sure. I could use this gun for the rest of my life. And a little niche thing that I want to talk about, what I like about this game so much. And it's a little thing that may not make a lot of difference to a lot of people, but you can change the reticles on your snipers. And I had a lot of fun doing that. I really like doing that. You could have just like a simple like addition sign or like an arrow or like a simple dot. I absolutely love that about this game. I don't know why, but that's just a little thought I had. But with that being said, this game is one of the most broken Call of Duties. It's up there with COD 4 and MW2. It's just straight up the most broken Call of Duties. You die super fast. There are a lot of bullshit weapon variants in this game. It's not like Advanced Warfare where you had a weapon variant and there was some give and take. This game is like essentially all give. Just straight up all give. So you can get absolutely mapped by like an SMG or like an NV4 flatline. I think that's what it's called. Just mapped in like 2 to 3 shots. And you're like, what the fuck kind of sniper was that? And with that being said, remember when the Proteus was out of this game and it literally had aimbot when you weren't ADSing, when you were just hip firing? That's the craziest shit I've ever seen on a Call of Duty. And that was in this game. This is the game that I started YouTube on. It wasn't for a very long portion. I think it was like 3 to 4 months before World War II came out. But I was playing this game a fuckload and I was doing really well and I was hitting a lot of clips. And I was like, you know what? I've got to start something. I've got all these clips saved up and I need to put them somewhere. I really enjoyed playing Call of Duty. I was literally no-lifing it at this point. I was skipping the gym. Before this game came out, I was going to the gym every day more than I played. And then this game came out. I just did not put it down. Literally, I got it in like July of 2017. So I got it super late. My brother had it on PS4, but I didn't even have my own system at the time. I still shared with my brothers. And whenever I got it, I just straight up just did not put it down. And I played it so much. And I love the DLC maps in this game. Love the launch maps like Genesis, Grounded. These are maps that I could play all day as well. So, I mean, the game's got a lot of negatives in my opinion. It's pretty broken, but the heights are high. It's got my favorite rendition of Terminal. I know that's a hot take, but I love Terminal in this game. I love the look of this game. The movement's okay. The specialists are great. So, this is going to be a serious hot take, guys. But I know exactly where I'm putting this. I don't need any debate. I'm putting it right above BO3 as my 5th favorite Call of Duty. I know that's a real hot take. I really do. But let's move on to the next game. So this video is getting kind of long. So I'm going to try to zip through these next 3 games as fast as possible. So we've got World War II. A game that really sucked at the start. The division system were not bad. They were just broken. Like, you can do that right, and they ended up doing it right. But they made it to where each division catered to only a specific classification of weapons. Like, mountain was for snipers, armored was for LMGs, I think, and airborne were for SMGs. And this was before they ever added new divisions to the game. And I hated that. And they had this one perk in the game, I forget the name of, or one where if you got shot by somebody and they were running this certain perk, you would show up on the mini map as like a blackbird thing for like 3 to 4 seconds. So it was like the first couple weeks of this game, I was just getting ADS'd around every corner after I got shot. And that absolutely annoyed the fuck out of me. I could not stand that bullshit, man. And that was like the first 2 weeks. So like the first 2 weeks of this game, I absolutely hated. I was like, dude, this Call of Duty is fucking awful, man. Every time I walk around a corner, I get destroyed because they see me on the map with this stupid perk. I don't even know the name of it anymore. But that absolutely pissed me off. And the game plays really fucking slow. But you don't die extremely fast in this game, so it's not the most annoying thing. Like, and the players suck on this game, by the way. They're absolutely awful, so that definitely helps the experience. If you go back and play, there are some real fucking morons in this game that just cannot play the game. And that makes it more fun for me, obviously. But the one thing that just stands above every other game in the series is the content. There is so much content in this game. It was the first Call of Duty with really good events. You had like the zombie event, The summer event, oh my god, I love going into the headquarters and seeing the zombie shit that was going on. I absolutely adored that. And don't even get me started on all the weapons that were added to the game and the weapon variants on top of that. They probably added like 50 weapons to this game after launch. There were 11 sniper rifles when the game launched with 4. I think 4. You had the Carabin, the Springfield, the Car 98, and 3. Maybe the game the Lee Enfield as well, so there's 4. And the game ended with 11 sniper rifles. 11 sniper rifles. They added 7 sniper rifles after launch. Now you can only imagine how many SMGs they added, how many ARs, how many LMGs, how many launchers, how many melee weapons they fucking added. It was absolutely nuts, and it reminded me a lot of BO3 in that sense. BO3 had a lot. But you didn't have to fucking worry about some bullshit system in the game keeping you from gaining those weapons. Sure, you had the supply drops in this game, but you also had armory credits where you could buy shit. And daily challenges as well. So I absolutely love this game as well. War, I love playing War. I love playing Ground War. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. Some of my favorite maps in this game, like V2, Dunkirk, are absolutely amazing maps. And that's going to put it over BO3 for me. I know that. I know it's going above BO3. I don't know if it goes above IW. This is probably going to be the hardest decision on the list. Does it go above or behind IW? Now, I know the consensus is that it's a better game than Infinite Warfare, even though a lot of people don't like this game, believe it or not. But I don't know, man. I truly believe that Infinite Warfare is the more fun COD, but it's a lot less balanced, man. A lot less balanced. Like, I don't really get pissed at World War II ever, but I do get pissed at Infinite Warfare a lot. It's got like a bullshit sawed-off shotgun in that game, which is absolutely brutal. One of the best guns ever. Definitely the most overlooked, 100%. Up there with the G11. I've got to be honest. On its best day, I think that Infinite Warfare is better. I've got to be honest with that. So World War II is sliding in right behind Infinite Warfare. I just have more fun on Infinite Warfare. I don't know if it's more consistent. But if you ask me, the Longbow and the Springfield are pretty comparable as like which one I like more. I know the Springfield's my favorite in World War II. Longbow is definitely my favorite in IW. But I think IW just caters to my liking a lot more. It's a lot less campy. I don't know. It's just a lot more fast-paced, which I enjoy a lot. Now we're coming in at Black Ops 4. One of my personal least favorite CODs, I'll be honest. The maps in this game, not very good. The snipers may just be the weakest in the series, if I'm being completely honest. And the movement in this game is brutal. Brutal. And not the worst way imaginable. It is just so over-exaggerated, man, for a boots-on-the-ground game. The way you slide in this game is fucking insane. I'm really not a big fan of the sliding mechanic. I really don't like it. I like doing it, but I don't like it when other motherfuckers in my lobby do it. And the slide in this game is it's the most over-exaggerated, 100%. It's not like someone jumping high. Sliding, I don't know why. One of the biggest flaws of any Call of Duty is in this game, and that is the specialist. Man, the specialist and the hero abilities absolutely dominate in this game. Now, this is the part where it doesn't really make sense and kind of brings into how unbalanced it is. You have people like Crash that absolutely make no impact on the game. You give 50 HP to each player that is alive whenever you use it, and you drop down assault packs with ammo. What the fuck does that do for your fucking team in a 6v6? I really don't know. In multiplayer 6v6, where you just respawn when you die. I don't understand that, especially when there are perks like Scavenger, which makes Crash obsolete. I don't get how someone like Crash is comparable to like the Tempest guy. I don't remember his name. It's eluding me at the moment. Where you have that fucking Segway cart thing that goes around and shocks you to death. How the fuck are those on the same thing? And you also have the Tempest where it shoots you and then all you can do is crawl around. Why is it delaying the inevitable? Why can I crawl around? Just fucking kill me. I'm gonna die anyways. You're just delaying the inevitable. You're just choosing how long it takes me to respawn. I already know I'm fucking dead. I'm not getting up for this. And those are like, I'm trying to think of some positives about this game. I think the gunplay is really good. I'm a huge Blackout guy. Blackout, one of my favorite battle royales, my personal favorite first-person battle royale. So I really do admire the gunplay in this game. But after that, I mean, I like zombies, no campaign. I struggle to like this game after those couple of things. I'm mostly just talking about multiplayer and this ranking. So I've got to be honest, this is going at the bottom of the list for the time being. There aren't many redeeming qualities about this game. Now, there's a lot of times in this game where I was getting super lucky with clips, but it's just not a very good game in my opinion. It's one of the only Call of Duties that I just straight up don't like. I really don't like this game that much. I'll play it, and I have put a lot of time into it, but I definitely can't play this game for a long period of time. I played it for like 2 months after it came out and then just barely touched it afterwards. So it's going at the bottom of the list for the time being. And now we get to the most recent Call of Duty. I'm going to get some things about this game that I like out of the way. And that is the Gunsmith. I absolutely love how in-depth the creative class is in this game. I'm not saying it's super well balanced, but I just like how in-depth it is. How attachments affect your weapons. The different amount of attachments. I really do enjoy that. Now, do I think it's taken to the extreme a little bit? Yes. But I certainly think it's cool. How could you not? I'm not saying it should be in future Call of Duties, but I certainly like it in this game. I think it's a very charming aspect of this game. I truly, truly do. Honestly, I'm trying to think. I've been sitting here for a couple of minutes thinking about what else I like about this game. I can't tell you. I'm just going to start ripping off some negatives now. I'm not even going to talk about them that much. I'm just going to rip off all the negatives right here. Skill-based matchmaking. Sniping in this game, kill feed, map design, time to kill, visibility. The movement is really, really bad. There's just a plethora of things that make me honestly hate this game. My least played Call of Duty 100%. I played this game for 2 weeks after it came out. Just for 2 weeks. I absolutely do not like this game. And that is why I am putting this at the very bottom of the list. The one COD that I truly do not like. I truly hate this game. I can't play this game multiplayer. I can't play Warzone. The campaign's the best part about it. And it's not because the campaign is great. It's just because everything else about this game is absolutely garbage. Absolutely fucking putrid this game is. I can't stand this game. One of the least balanced CODs. One of the most fucked up CODs with the cheating, especially that goes on in Warzone and whatnot. So, yeah, I hate almost everything about this game. So, I'm going to let the music right out and put up my final ranking up on the screen for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later.
You